Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. So we're going to take a look at reference images, and we had this open before. Now I've got my photos in here because this is the one I'm going to be using, but for you, you can use a selfie if you want. You can go and take a selfie and it'll be in your album. If you don't want to take a selfie, which is completely fine, okay, you can go into Safari, and at the bottom here you can see there's like a little bar, there's like a little white bar. If you swipe that, you can go into the apps and you can see that you can swipe between the apps here backwards and forwards. Now I've got my photos here because this is the one I'm going to be using, just this picture here as my reference. Here you can go into Unsplash and you can search for the word portrait and go and grab a portrait. Okay, so if you need to go and download these, I'll very quickly show you how to go and download these. However, you can go and skip this until you get to the next part, which is using your photos, because you all know how to take a selfie. The only rule is that you should have a clear background. So you need to go and take a selfie. You probably need to pick your iPad up, go and put yourself in front of a wall or backdrop that has a clear, solid color. Okay, because that's generally the rule to allow you to sort of cut things out. This one's okay-ish, but this one's better. You can see that these are better because they have clear backgrounds and it just makes the face pop. So when you're in Unsplash, people Unsplash now, everyone else who's gone and taken a selfie, they've all gone off. You've got a download button here, but you've also got different options when you go to the little drop-down menu underneath, and it says original size. We probably just want large, to be honest. It doesn't need to be massive. And this is going to go, because we're in Safari, it's going to go into my downloads folder in a second, and we can get the downloads folder in this pane at the same time. So I'm going to go to download like this. It's going to go, okay, it's done. It's going to go into my downloads. You can see that there's now a blue icon at the top that says my downloads are ready. So what I'm going to do is go to my downloads here. There's my downloads, and I can hit the magnifying glass now, and I can just go, it'll show me where it is in Finder. Okay, that picture can be dragged into Unsplash direct like this. So inside your downloads, you can use your finger and then you can long press, it'll pop, you can drag it out. And what we're going to do now is just pull it over here, and when you pull it in here, you'll get a green circle with a plus in it. That will just go say it's importing, and there's the picture straight away direct for you. Okay, we're going to keep that as a reference in our background layer. Okay, so what we're going to do is just resize this, make it sort of large enough, really. That's like so, and then we can go into our layers, and we've got a layer here. So all the photo people should be back again by now. Photo people, okay, inside your pane here, photo people, you'll need to zoom out of your photos. Here's my photos here. You'll need to zoom out and see all your photos here until you see the small squares like this. Then you can just go and zoom in and out of them like that. You can see that I'm just pinching and zooming. So I want to be zooming out. I need to see the entire album. So I can see all my recent photos. If I go into albums here, I can go to my recents. Go and grab the photo that you want. So I want this one. Go and pull it out, and you can see it's the same as before. It's got the circle, green circle with a plus in it like this, and it'll drop it in, and it'll import it like that. There's the picture that I want. Okay, so I'm going to use, in fact, I'm going to use that one because that's the one I used before. I'm going to pull that in like so. I'll drop it in. Good, and then I'm going to swipe that out of the way. Go to OK, go to my layers, and this one here underneath, I'm going to go and delete that one because this is the one I want. Like so. Good, so my inserted image is there. Before we disappear and go to the next job, we are going to use this as a reference only. And what we're able to do later on is use the colors in here to match what we're going to paint on top. We're going to use some tracing paper. We're going to use a new layer on top, and we're going to use a brush, and we're going to paint on top of this. So I need to go and make a new layer using my plus at the top. This is called, I'm going to call this painted layer, and call that reference. Like that. Good. Because inside here, what we're going to do is just use the N And then we're going to just make that up a little less opaque. And we're going to make it a bit more translucent like that. So I'm just going to bring that down so I've got an object. And then all the other layers I'm going to go and turn off because I don't need those circles on underneath. I'm just going to paint on top of here. This is just for fun now. Right, everybody, good luck with that. And I'll see you in the next bit.